Lina never believed in love at first sight. She believed in goals, routines, lists, and plans. That afternoon, she entered the small café near her college to escape the rain, unaware that a single moment could shift her entire life. While ordering, her eyes briefly met a pair of warm brown ones. A guy sitting alone with headphones on, sketching something in a notebook. He looked away fast, as if shy. But something about that glance stayed with her. The next day, she saw him again. Same seat, same notebook. She felt a strange pull. As she took a seat nearby, he lifted his eyes again and smiled nervously. She noticed he was drawing a portrait of the cafe entrance. He tried to hide it, embarrassed. She wanted to say something, anything, but fear kept her silent. He kept glancing at her, pretending to adjust his pencil. The tension between them grew thick, like a quiet thread pulling them together but still holding them apart. When her pen fell to the floor, he picked it up before she could. "Here," he said softly. His voice was gentle, unexpectedly warm. Their fingers brushed, just a second, but enough to spark a subtle electricity neither of them understood. On the fourth day, he finally spoke. "I'm Arin." She told him her name. That was it. Just names. But for a slow burn romance, names were already a major step. They started sitting near each other without planning it. Sometimes they exchanged small words. Sometimes they just shared silence, comfortable silence. Every day, the space between them grew a little smaller. One afternoon, he shyly turned his sketchbook toward her. It was a drawing of her. Soft lines, warm expression. She blushed. "I hope that's okay," he whispered. She didn't know why, but it made her chest feel warm. Days turned into weeks. Their schedules aligned like magic, or fate. They saw each other in the cafe, in the library, outside classes. Their conversations grew longer. Trust formed quietly, without either of them noticing. One evening, it rained again. She didn't have an umbrella. He did. "Come," he said gently. They walked under it together, shoulders touching. It felt more intimate than holding hands. They both liked each other deeply, but neither wanted to ruin the fragile connection by rushing. They hid their feelings behind safe conversations, waiting for the other to take the first step. Arin confessed that he struggled with anxiety. "I don't talk much. I don't know how to be confident," he admitted. She didn't say anything. She just sat closer, letting him know he didn't need to pretend around her. Lina revealed she had never been in a serious relationship. She always pushed people away out of fear of getting hurt. "I don't trust easily," she whispered. Arin looked at her as if he understood completely. For the first time, he called her instead of texting. They talked for 2 hours, about nothing and everything. Their voices carried emotions neither dared to name. One evening, he almost reached for her hand. Almost. But he pulled away. She pretended she didn't notice. Both walked home wishing the other would be braver. Slowly, they became each other's safe place. He brought her coffee without asking her order. She left encouraging notes in his sketchbook. People around them assumed they were already dating. A classmate flirted with Lina. Arin's jaw tightened, though he tried to hide it. Later he said quietly, "You don't like him, right?" She laughed softly. "No, I don't." They sat at their usual café table. Their knees touched under the table, neither moved. Silence filled the space, thick with unspoken feelings. If a single word was spoken, they might burst. For 3 days, he didn't come to the café. She worried. When she finally saw him again, she exhaled in relief. "I missed this," he said, eyes lowered. She missed him more than she wanted to admit. He gave her a drawing. The both of them, walking under one umbrella. Her heart trembled. "It felt like a moment worth keeping," he said. After a late study session, he walked her home. At her door, they stood too close. She could feel his breath. He leaned in slightly, then stopped. "We're not ready," he whispered. She admired him for that. A week later, he finally found the courage. "I like you," he said simply, voice trembling. Her heart opened like a sunrise. "I like you too." This time, when he leaned in, she met him halfway. The kiss was slow, soft, full of emotions built over months. She felt everything, all the moments, all the silent feelings, melt together. They started dating quietly, gently. Holding hands felt like magic. Cuddling felt like home. Loving him felt natural, not scary. He grew more confident. She grew more trusting. They healed each other without even trying. Years later, they still visited the same cafe. He still drew. She still smiled at him the way she did on the first day. Their slow burn love became something deep, powerful, and real. The kind of love that doesn't fade, only grows.